Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Okay, so the singing part is not so good, but there's a reason I'm a singer. And that's because if you remember, a couple of shows ago, I brought up the fact that I knew the best mall Santa in the United States. And I challenged you to see if you could top it. Well, not a liar. You haven't gotten a lot of entries, but we did get 2. So let's take a look at what we have for your side of the SantaOFF. Here we go. Entry number 1. That's right. That's our man, James Brown, who, by the way, had, or still has, him being passed, one of the best Santa albums ever. So this is your choice. Now, he was never a mall Santa, so I gotta kind of disqualify him. But I do enjoy the fact that he was nominated. Let's go with number 2. Here he is. You recognize him? That's Jimi Hendrix as Santa. That's right. Jimmy was dressed as Santa because in 1967, the album Bold as Love was released in December, and they were pitching it as an excellent Christmas gift, which, not to tell a story out of school, my family, my older sister, actually got. That's right. She got Bold as Love. Did she get it in 1967? No. I believe we got it in 1970. But you know, my parents weren't really into the whole thing right away. So they had to build up to it. By then the album had matriculated into a veritable Christmas gift to have. So, again, while I appreciate him being nominated, he was never a mall Santa, so doesn't count. So, if you have any others, send them in. Now let's get on with the regular show. All right, we're ready to move on to the rest of the show. As you know, today is the 13th day. Our next step is to go to the mall and find out what magic awaits. So let's get over to the mall, see what our elf has for us today. Into the magic bag she goes. Out of the bag nobody knows until Jose Cuervo Especial Silver. Okay, this is the cousin, or really the brother, of the gold we had a couple of days ago. I believe it was only 2 days ago, to be honest with you. Let's see if it's any different, just a different color. Jose is in place in the A Drink with Jeff Rocks glass. All right, as you know, the rules are a sniff, a sip, a gulp, and a swallow. Ratings are 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. And at the end, we get a cumulative score, which is the summation of the 4 categories. Let's see what we have here. With a sniff. Okay, it's a little bit stringent, maybe a little medicinal in its silverishness. Take a sip. Okay, it's not terrible as a sip. It's a little lacking in flavor. It's a little light on the tongue. It's way in the back of your mouth, and there's that early burn high in your throat. But it doesn't stay. It sort of aerates out of your mouth. So there really isn't much there. You follow what I'm saying. Let's try a gulp. It's still the same. Not really so much flavor as there is sort of a rough burn. It's nothing up front. Your tongue is kind of like left out of the whole process. It kind of reminds you of a mezcal, only it doesn't pack the same punch. Burn is slow, starts at the outer shoulders and rolls down. Let's finish it off, see where we are. it doesn't really leave you anywhere. It's sort of like what you would drink at the bar if you were just drinking. Not drinking, just drinking. And you know the old saying, right? What turns a bar into a boxing ring? A bottle of Jose Cuervo. So, let's give it the rating. Okay, the sniff is a 3. The sip is 3. The gulp, the 3. And again, the swallow is kind of a 2. So, this isn't really a prime thing. But again, I understand, if I do understand, and we don't discuss prices here, but if I do understand, it's not very expensive. So, let's go back to the concept that you get what you pay for. Let's see how that looks on the old Drinkometer. Okay. Little Luke gave that a single thumbs down. And as we covered just yesterday, what does that mean? Well, you're at the bar. You ask for something, your first choice, your first bar stool selection. They don't have it. Okay, so you go with one of your many possible excellent second choices. They don't have that either. You look around and you decide, you know what? I really, really, really need a drink. And the bartender says, well, we have this. And you go, okay. And that's where you are. It's okay because you wanted to drink and that's what they had to give you. It's not a raving review, but then again, it's a 3-3-3-2, which, just math, is an 11, so that's what you get. If you like what you see, we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks. Oh, and as Little Luke would say, drink up.